Good morning. What is up, Malc and Beans? Malc and Beans. Beans. How we doing on this glorious? Man, I was thinking in my head, you were thinking? I'm like, yeah, occasionally the wheels spin and something goes bing, bing. And I was thinking, of course, where I'm at now, but then how I got to where I'm at now and how the clarity of my focus and my vision and my purpose all became. And I think it all goes back to becoming mended, right? And the interesting side of today is not just wearing the mended, it's becoming mended, staying on the mend until the end. But the journey starts as a kid, right? It's like everyone, what I've realized, trying to bring value on the side of this, everyone's like purpose, 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 purpose. And I'm like, no, well, what about like just the gift? Because if the gift about unwrapping that gift at Christmas time when you're boom, you get so excited, but the gift within us, and the gift within us, sometimes we don't see it in ourselves. Maybe others see it, and that's why they always say ask others, close friends, people that care. But sometimes they might not even see the gift, and sometimes the gift hasn't even fully opened up yet. And the gift, though, about going on that journey is what leads to the purpose, and it leads towards the excitement. Because do something you love and you'll never work a day in your life kind of vibe. It's like, okay, well, what is that? And like, how do we get there? And I think when I think about where I'm at today, and I think about my entire journey, the interesting thing is I realized how important it is. And if I would look back, and I wouldn't change one thing, but I would go, wow, I would have understood the value of appreciating each moment and how each moment was a collection that creates this like collage and this almost like mood board of your life. And there's highs and lows, and the lows are so hard to understand because we're like, why did you do that? Dear Lord Jesus, why did you take me through that? Why did you put me through that? And I think it's where the sword actually gets sharpened. It's where we actually kind of are able to gain perspective and just change our visual values and just maybe a way and start doing something different at times too throughout this whole process. Like when I was a kid, if I didn't have an ambition to be like, I want to be on TV, or I want to be a pro motocross racer, or I want to be, maybe it was cool, but I never was like, I'm gonna be it, and I went after it. But interesting enough, from working in warehouses, doing dishes, working in delis, I mean, all kinds of jobs, bagging groceries, produce, the whole nine, working in crazy like underground gas stations, oil, grease, the whole deal. I look back and I didn't realize how much I was taught, and a lot of what I was taught was by the managers, owners, or whatever, whether they're nice or hard, rude, whatever. But then what I realized too is take the emotions out. I don't know what they were going through at home, right? So back to this whole thing, becoming mended. Rewind to a kid is like these steps that all went through all these jobs, all these relationships, all these friendships. That's becoming, right? And becoming is an ongoing process. So as I look at it and I try to go, hey, listen, if you're feeling lost, if you're feeling like, man, I don't know where to go, should I pivot, should I shift? You probably need a little bit of peaceful time just to kind of breathe, because if you keep the noise going, even if it's good noise, it might still be a distraction from you truly finding that kind of presence and that what your gut's telling you. And I think as I look back and I slowly unwrap these gifts in my life that kind of opened up, and some you don't want to unwrap, right? Because they're part of the process. But becoming mended is kind of what I'm leading to. Is it's you gotta kind of start positioning yourself in arenas, and it doesn't matter, like you don't just need to go straight to the World Cup soccer, right? You don't need to go straight to the Super Bowl. You start to position yourself and get to the field. And once you get to the field and you keep working on different parts of it, slowly those things stack up to, obviously align with an end goal, a vision. And sometimes, like, let's just say that field was there, and the connection, the engagement, understanding the sport, understanding motorsports, whatever, tennis, whatever your sport is, whatever your passion is, working in I don't know if libraries, there's a lot less now, but working in someplace even random, right? A hairstylist, whatever you want to be, you're kind of positioning yourself on the field of play. And if you're on the field of play, then you have at least the ability to attain, to grow, and to kind of, to really open up the craft, open up the excitement, open up things you maybe like and don't like. So the on the mend is this really fun thing, but they always say do something every day that scares you. And what does that even mean? sometimes we get so complacent and so settled, and maybe we could think the dream's not for us, or that, you know, no, that's so and so, this, that. But that's the noise we got to get rid of. But really, it's actually everything. You know, it's everything that kind of helps build, helps lead, helps connect and align. And I think the more you kind of do something that scares you, and the more you jump in to certain things, and they say every day, you know, like in work right now, I'm working with clients in fields that I've had success, but as a focal point of like a certain vertical within a business, right? Kind of scary, a little bit. Not on a big one. Working out, trying to kind of push my physical fitness to where like I might have stopped at 15 pull-ups, and now I'm just gonna, even if I'm just can barely even think I can, get to this level. You can't do it. Trying to get to 20, or even one more, two more, because all those little ones, twos, and that's what I found too on a pull-up. I was doing, tens. I could probably do a decent amount if I really focused, but when I got to where I could comfortably do 10 and then went to 11, did I want to go to 15? Of course. Could I push it? Probably. Maybe injure myself, who knows? But then you get to eventually the 11s become the 12s, the 13s, the 14s, and eventually you're doing 15 easy, then 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. The relevancy of that is life. You got to chip away. You got to get on the field. You got to get in the playing field, the arena, the area of something you love. Becoming mended happens by believing in yourself and being willing to go on the journey of becoming, right? And so when I full circle this bean spill right now, bean spill, is I go, man, mended keeps becoming more. To me, it's not just about the threads, it's not just about the hoodies, the tees, the gloves, the briefs, whatever. It's much more, and everything I've ever built has always had a deeper meaning to help people. And the moment you can kind of realize your gift, and when your gift that we all have, there's always a heavy upside of being able to help, pay forward, show gratitude, and becoming mended. That's my encouragement is, I believe you can have that at an old age and a young age, right? You're never too young and you're never too old to become mended, right? And that means you're willing to believe in yourself, to start doing things, to find joy in moments, to look at things differently. So the way you look at them differently opens up different approaches and different outcomes, right? This whole life is such a whirlwind, right? It's so easy. My days, some days get toxic. My brain has this, probably from all the concussions, but it fires in ways sometimes I can't get out of the darkness. But the good thing is I've always been able to find these little exits that keep me on the path. First and foremost, my faith, Lord Jesus Christ, and just the Bible and the positivity. And the more positive stuff I feed into myself, the more my process starts to open up bigger insight, bigger visuals, bigger like opportunity and things, and they really come together. So becoming mended, me becoming and just going down this process of things that I didn't give up on, opened up this ladder that I kept climbing, and I didn't even realize it at times, to then go from building global brands, helping to build brands that were already big and open up new verticals in different parts of, building out their clothing or their apparel or their technical products, or working with great athletes and relationships and artists and musicians around the world to elevate the story and elevate the mission. But becoming mended is in all of us, on the mend until the end. It's an excitement of the gift, unwrapping the gift slowly, and sometimes the gift takes a while to fully unwrap. But that's why. But if you're in the lane, you're in the kind of area you want to be in, dude, the area of opportunity opens up. And so, encouraging everyone, becoming mended. I'm on a journey right now, and I realize my purpose is so much bigger right now, and what mended is going to do and what I'm going to do with mended is way bigger than just one thread. It's an individual thread, like myself, threading together the things around me, being a grateful thread, right? Everything I love, the more I thread that in, it pieces together this cloth and this, like, I think of a Dolly Parton, the coat of many colors. Everyone made fun of her when she went. She knows what her mom went through to sew that thing and how special that thing was to her. It didn't matter what people said. Coat of many colors, crazy song, Dolly Parton legend. So becoming mended, my passion, my purpose is within, but within it's to bring out more of how I can help, inspire, and put things like Malc and beans strictly from the heart, and have fun. So have fun spreading the love. But I got the red on. It's the heart beat, heart bearing, how we roll through life. the bearings of life, the wheels, bearing the hard stuff to get to the stuff we love. So on a positive note right there, I'm gonna cut this beans off at 10 minutes plus with a little bit of love. LA love, LA fires. I love everywhere, every country, every state. There's great people everywhere. Stop getting stuck in the noise. Be a good person, a grateful thread. Open up the gift. The gift is within you. Let's share, let's spread, let's go, let's grow. Mended fam, beans out.